Welcome back to the news. We now cross over to News First's Azra Azan for a comprehensive update from across the island on the proceedings for the presidential election scheduled to be held tomorrow. Azra?
Thank you, Jaimal, and welcome to the election headquarters here at News First. The citizens of this country will take to the polling stations tomorrow to vote for their next president of Sri Lanka, and only 10 hours left for the most awaited presidential election. And we here at News First are ready and geared up to bring you the latest and the most accurate information as and when it happens. Let me remind you that the polls will start tomorrow at 7 in the morning and will go on till 5 p.m. in the evening. And like I said before, we here at News First at the election headquarters here, also at the Stein Studios in Ratmalana, will bring you the latest developments of the presidential election 2019. We have already dispatched our in-house reporters in several parts of the country and more than 200 provincial reporters to bring you the latest reports from several parts of the country. And as you can see, starting from the north to the south to the east and to the west, we have our reporters on location to bring you the details of the presidential election as and when it happens. We are also using the live digital transmission technology, also the Skype technology, to connect with our reporters on location so that our viewers here in Sri Lanka will have the first-hand experience of the presidential polls. And the broadcast we're starting tomorrow will continue for 3 days till we get the final result and till we elect the next Sri Lankan president. We have Tarasha Kumar Singh from Chilau and Maud Razik from Norelia and several other news reporters everywhere in the country to bring you the latest developments. Let me remind you once again that the polls will go on starting from 7 in the morning till 5 p.m. in the evening, and we will be electing the 7th executive president of Sri Lanka. Now, with the election broadcast here, we also have another team set up in Stein Studios Ratmalana to bring you the final results of the presidential polls. And News First will always keep in mind to bring our viewers the most latest and the accurate information of the presidential election. We have our reporters in several parts of the country.
Begin at 7 a.m. tomorrow. All the eligible voters of our country will travel to their respective polling station and cast their vote until 5 p.m. in the evening. What is going to happen thereafter? Who is going to be the president of our country? All that will be decided based on the results that are going to be released after the presidential election voting concludes. The time frame for the presidential election voting concludes. Here at Stein Studios, we are joining you at a time where the final preparations are being made for the election telecast to be carried out. At this location where I'm standing right now, a political debate, a political discussion, an intellectual discussion will take place so that the general public viewing us will be updated about the previous trends of how the voting has happened and how the previous presidential elections have taken place. Once the results are out, the first official result is out, we at News First will be bringing you that through our first and fast election coverage happening at the Stein Studios. This is that location where our results will be announced. Now, for you to be updated, for you to be ahead, you have to be informed. And for that, you have to stay with News First. We bring you the latest through our first and fast election coverage here from Stein Studios in Ratmalana. And we will keep you updated about the 2019 presidential election where the president of our country will be elected.
Thank you, Chaturanga. Well, that is our plan at the Stein Studios in Ratmalana. When it comes to the election headquarters at News First, we will be using the live digital transmission technology, also the Skype technology to connect with our reporters outstation so that our viewers will have the first-hand experience. And we have our reporters dispatched in several parts of the country, like I mentioned before. Also, more than 200 provincial reporters that will bring you the latest developments of the presidential election. We have Tarasha Kumar Singh from Chilau joining us and Sindhujan from Jaffna. Let me start with Tarasha. Tarasha, you're in Chilau. What is the situation like in Chilau?
Well, thank you, Azra, and very good evening indeed for all the viewers watching Primetime News on Election First. Now, the presidential elections are just hours away, and we here at News First As always, we'll report the facts and the figures precisely as we've been doing throughout the years. We will do so this year as well. We will report the facts and figures precisely to you. Now, currently I am in the Putlam district. We've been, Team News First was here since morning, seeing how the preparations are being carried out for the voting that is to start at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Now, talking about the Putlam district, at the presidential polls 2019, the Putlam electoral division can be divided into 5 electorates, that is Putlam, Anamaduwa, Vennapuwa, Nainamadama and Chilau. Now, the total number of people who are eligible to vote in all those electorates comes up to 599,042. That's right, 599,042 people will cast their vote tomorrow at 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. Tomorrow. Now, we here at News First will keep a close watch as to what will happen here in Putlam district as well. Until further updates, it is Taurshik Kumar Singh reporting for News First from the Putlam district. It's back to the studio.
Thank you, Tarasha, for bringing us the latest details from Chilau. And we have Jude in Sindhujan, all the way in the north, geared up to bring us the latest developments of the presidential election. Sindhujan, tell us, what is the situation like in Jaffna?
Yeah, good evening, Asra. Now I'm in Jaffna, so I have to say we are ready to give some more updates from Jaffna. You know, there are 2 electoral districts in northern province, which are Kilinochchi and Jaffna. So there are 11 electorals in Jaffna district. 4,75,176 voters who are eligible to vote. They are eligible to exercise their franchise for the 2019 presidential poll in the Jaffna district tomorrow. As a way, 89,538 voters who are eligible to vote in Kilinochchi district. Trifers and officials have been assigned an election duty. Vote counting center established on Central College in Jaffna. As a way, district returning officer in the Jaffna said 7,600 government officers and 2,000 police officers have been dispatched on to the maintain security. As a way, currently we have the peaceful manner in Jaffna and the surrounding area also. Ballot boxes were brought from the returning officer office to Delft and other islands through the way of boats. And the climate is also very supportive today. So we are ready to give latest and more updates about the 29th presidential election from Jaffna. I'm Jurin Sundjan for News First.
Thank you, Judin. And we are hoping to see you once again on our first and fast election broadcast. Next, we have Chanuka Pereira from Hambantota. Chanuka, tell us, what is the situation like in Hambantota? We are just a day away from the presidential election. What is it like?
Yes, Asra, the Hambantota district is really quiet and calm, and we are ready to report to you from here, and have to tell you that 1,500 police agents and 2,100 government employees are ready to do the elections tomorrow. So we are ready to report to you from here, first and fast.
Thank you, Chanuka. Let me remind you that we are using the Skype and the live digital transmission technology to connect live with our reporters outstation to bring you the first-hand experience of the 2019 presidential polls. We have more than 200 provincial reporters also everywhere in Sri Lanka to bring you the latest developments. Also, we will have a separate plan at the Stein Studios in Ratmalana, like Chaturanga mentioned before, to bring in the results, the accurate and the fast results of the presidential polls here in Sri Lanka. Now, next up, we have Muad Razik from Nuwara. Muad, you are all the way in the upcountry. Tell us about the situation in Nuwara.
Nuwara, so 569,000 people are set to vote for the presidential election in the Nuwara district. Also, this is a very special district as the Nuwara and Maskelia electorate has 325,000 registered voters, which is the highest number of registered voters in the island in an electorate. So this has we also have Hanguranketa and also Kotmale, the electoral division. So the current situation in Nuwara is very peaceful and no violations have been reported right now. And also we are ready to bring first and fast results, details from the Nuwara district and the surrounding areas as well as throughout the island. For the Newsfirst team, I am Muad Razik. Back to you, Azra.
This is a plan we have here at the election headquarters at News First, and not just in English, we will have our broadcast in all three languages across all our networks, be it Sirasa, be it Shakti or TV1, in English, Sinhalese and in Tamil, just to make sure that our viewers are informed about what's happening at the 2019 presidential polls. Now, with the News First plans we have here, you must be thinking of going to the polling station tomorrow so you can cast your vote right for the next president of Sri Lanka. But how do you use your vote right? Let's take a look. We all know that during the past years, the voting only took place until 4 in the evening. But this time, the National Election Commission has decided to extend by 1 hour so that the polls will start at 7 a.m. and will go on till 5 p.m. only because of the long list of presidential candidates we have. So we spoke to the Commissioner of the National Election Commission, Chairman Mahinda Deshapriya. Let's listen to what he had to say.
දැන් තියෙන චන්දදායකින් අතේ වැඩි. ඔවුන් කොහොමද හැසිරිය යුත්තේ සෙන්සුරාදා දවසේ?
අනික් අයටත් Tamanට තියෙන අයිතියම තියෙනයි කියලා හිතන්න.
They must understand and remember that the other person has the same right as you do. Therefore, do not try to influence or pressurize anyone. We witnessed how an individual burnt a family member's voting card. Do not engage in such activities. I have the same right as you do. If all voters remember this, we can hold a free and fair election on Saturday.
ඡන්දදායකයෝ අපට නිදහස් සාධාරණ ඡන්දේශයක් තියාගන්න පුළුවන්.
So what's your message to the voter?
Come to the polling booth as soon as possible. Don't wait till 3 p.m. on Saturday. Please come to the polling station at least before 2:30 and you will get the chance definitely to vote. Without any fear, you can vote. Come and vote. That is your right. No one can trace your vote. We will count your vote properly and issue the real results. Don't worry about that. Trust under the government service, state service. They are public service. They are the public servant. They will do their duty impartially. Don't worry about that. We don't have any. All our officers are impartial. They will do what they have given the code is instruction. They will conduct the poll. They will do the count properly and they will announce the results. The commission has to just endorse it only. Don't forget to bring your valid identity card, national identity card or passport or driving license or elder's identity card or the government pensioners identity card or the clergy identity card issued by the registration of persons department or our election commission a special identity.
When can I expect the first result?
Around postal vote results, I hope it will be sometime, maybe most probably. Normally the practice is Ratnapura. I think we will get in between 10 p.m. and 12 midnight.
That was Chairman of the National Election Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, with our very own News First, John Fernando. Now, the process of transporting ballot boxes and officials to their respective polling stations has been completed, and approximately 300,000 state officials will be on election duty. How is Sri Lanka preparing for the presidential polls tomorrow? Let's take a look.
The commercial capital of Colombo comprises of 15 electorates. The distribution of ballot boxes and ballot papers to the 1,175 polling stations in Colombo commenced this morning from Royal College and DS Senanayaka College in Colombo. Officers on election duty left the Colombo District Secretariat based in Narayanpitiya today.
After the polls end at 5 p.m, we will start to count the postal votes at 5:15 p.m. at Royal College, Colombo. Starting from 6 p.m, after the ballot boxes are delivered to the counting centres, we will start to count them. We hope to commence counting of votes at all counting centres by around 8 p.m.
The highest number of registered voters in this year's presidential election is reported from the Gampaha district. The distribution of ballot boxes and ballot papers to the 1,184 voting centres in the Gampaha district commenced from the Pattalagedara CNH National Science Faculty.
After voting hours end, sealed ballot boxes will be taken to 3 counting centres, and they are Naivala Technical Institute, Vidyaloka College and Pattalagedara College.
The distribution of ballot boxes and ballot papers to the 8 electorates of the Kalutara district commenced this morning from the Kalutara Pasdunrata Education College.
Let's now take a look at how the northern and north central rather and the southern provinces are getting ready for the presidential polls tomorrow.
Anuradhapura district, which belongs to the North Central province, consists of 7 electorates. Ballot boxes, ballot papers and officials were transported to the polling station from Anuradhapura Central College.
It's best if all voters could vote early during the morning hours.
The
ballot boxes were transported from the Pulatisipura National Academy of Education to the polling centres in the Polonnaruwa district. The Polonnaruwa district consists of 3 electorates.
After voting hours end tomorrow, the votes will be counted in 36 counting centres.
Ballot boxes were transported this morning to 10 electorates of the Gaul district in the southern province from St. Aloysius College and the Technical College, Gaul. Meanwhile, the ballot boxes and officials were transported through the Madhu River to the Madhuva polling centre in Balapitiya.
In terms of security, staff and equipment, we are prepared for the elections tomorrow.
Ballot boxes and ballot papers for the 7 electorates in the Mathura district were brought to the Sanat Jayasuriya grounds from the Sujata Vidyalaya in Mathura.
Citizens of this country are getting ready to cast their vote for the next president of Sri Lanka, including in the north and the east. Let's take a look.
The ballot boxes were dispatched and the officials were deployed from the Hindu College in Batticaloa today. The Batticaloa district in the eastern province consists of 3 electorates. The ballot boxes of 4 electorates in the Digamadula district were dispatched from the Hardy Technological Institute in Ampara.
හෙට දිනේ ඡන්දය පැවැත්වීම සඳහා අවශ්‍ය කරන සියලුම බඩු බාහිරා ආපදා කළමනාකරණ ඒකකයක් විශේෂයෙන් අපි මේ මධ්‍යස්ථානයේ පිහිටුවා තිබෙනවා. ඔවුන් සම්බන්ධීකරණය කරනවා වනාලී.
We are prepared for the election. We have also established a disaster management unit here. We have a team prepared to deal with various issues such as wild elephants.
The officials and ballot boxes required to carry out election duties of the 3 electorates in the Trincomalee district were deployed from Mihindipura Technical College.
After election hours end, we will first ensure all 306 ballot boxes are safely delivered to the counting centres. At around 4 p.m, we hope to start counting postal votes. At 7 p.m, we will start to count all the other votes.
ආරම්භ කරන්න සීල කටයුතු සංවිධානය කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම පස්වරු 7ට අපි අනිත් ඡන්ද ගණන් කරන්න සීල කටයුතු සංවිධානය කරලා.
The ballot boxes were dispatched to the one electorate from the Vavuniya District Secretariat office today. Ballot boxes were dispatched to Jaffna district from the Jaffna Madhya Mahavidyalaya. The ballot boxes were dispatched from Kites with the assistance of Sri Lanka Navy.
Let's now take a look at the election preparations in the northwestern, also in the central provinces.
Distribution of ballot boxes to polling stations in the Kurunegala district commenced this morning from Malyadeva College and Sir John Kothalaval College in Kurunegala. Voters can exercise their votes between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Thereafter, once the voting has concluded, all ballot boxes will be transported to the three main centres, which are the Technical College, Sir John Kothalaval College and Malyadeva College. There are 135 counting centres. Once counting has concluded, the district secretariat will be the hub which releases the results. The process of transporting ballot papers, ballot boxes and officers to the polling stations in the Puttalam district commenced from Fatima Balika Vidyalaya and St. Andrews Madhya Mahavidyalaya in Puttalam. 411 polling stations have been established within the 5 electorates in the Puttalam district. The distribution of ballot boxes to the polling stations in the Kandy district commenced this morning from the Polgolla-based National Cooperative Development Institute, Open University and the Mahaveli National College of Education. All the officers who were assigned departed from the centre in Polgolla at around 10:30 this morning along with the ballot boxes, papers and other equipment. We will begin counting postal votes at 5:15 p.m. from the National Cooperative Development Institute in Polgolla. We are expecting to release postal vote results by 10:30 p.m. Ballot boxes for the Matale district were distributed this morning from the Christ Church College, Matale. Ballot boxes for the polling centres in the Nuwara district were issued from the Gamini National School in Nuwara. The Muskele electorate has the highest count of voters at this year's election, which stands at 325,030.
Ballot boxes have been transported to the respective polling stations and more than 300,000 state officials are on election duty tomorrow to ensure that the presidential polls run smoothly. Let's take a look at how Uva and Sabaragamu provinces got ready for the pollings tomorrow.
Ballot boxes were transported this morning to 9 electorates in the Badulla district from the Badulla Central College. Our correspondent in the Monoragala district, Nayana Kumara, spoke to the returning officer on the preparations made in the district.
There is a generally peaceful environment across the Monragala district. The returning officer informed me that over 1,900 police and police special task force personnel have been deployed to ensure security across the district. He also informed me that police patrols have been strengthened.
Ballot boxes were transported to polling centres in the Ratnapura district of the Sabaragamu province from the Ratnapura district secretariat office and the technical college. Ballot boxes were also transported to polling centres in the Kegol district from the Kegol College and the Swarna Jayanti College.
We have received the fullest cooperation from all officials who are involved in this process. Over 5,500 officials have been deployed here. 1,200 police and special task force personnel have been deployed across the district.